They should do like a voice command, and then we do like voice command during SWC, and then you say like pick Chiwu, and then it picks Shiho instead.
Call out the attacks too.
You imagine somebody why goes on stage light Chasun, light Chasun. What the fuck, man? Light Chasun. Hey, ref. Aloha everybody from the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another podcast. As you can see, we got a very special lineup. A lot of faces you're very familiar with, a lot of faces that you want to see here on the podcast, and I decided, let's do a 6-man. So we got a 6-man podcast today. Should be pretty fun. We got some great topics. How you guys doing? Anything interesting been happening in your life lately? Maybe you want to share a little bit of things going on before we move into any topics or whatnot. Anything interesting, Thompson? I'm always waiting, dude.
Nothing much. I guess I've been playing around with Light Beast Rider.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, nice. Very nice. Yeah. So we're
Ken Baller got a LD 5, a new one.
Another? What is it?
A new
Tell
one?
him, Ken Baller.
Oh no, I got a cracker like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows that.
Okay.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, everybody knows that. That's not really an LD 5. Hopefully it gets a buff.
It's not time
man.
because
I've been using it though.
Make It a Bud pulled a Karaka as well, like the same day or whatever.
Oh, confirmed then. It's gonna be a buff? Confirmed. There's no way that's not gonna be a buff. But alright, let's get into today's topics here that we got. First topic here, kind of ease us in a little bit. I'm very curious about this. What is the story, behind each and every one of you getting into Summoner's War? I gotta know. Right, what is the beginning? Like, what sparked it? What stars aligned up that you decided to download this game, and play? I'm curious. Get started off with anybody. Maybe Silent. How about you, man?
It's not that exciting actually. I was bored, man. And I was browsing and I found it looked cool. The graphics looked cool, so I downloaded it. I actually didn't play it for a while. And I reopened it and I think I bought a pack or something, and then they just hooked me because I summoned, I didn't get anything good, and so I started raging about it, and then I summoned more, and then before I knew it,
$1 million later he's here.
Yeah, I'm $100 in, and I'm like, damn, I guess I gotta play this now.
Looking back at that, $100 in, that's nothing nowadays, right? That's crazy. What was the first Nat 5 that you rage pulled or you pulled?
I summoned a Brandia, I think.
Ah, okay. So back in the day, that was actually complete garbage. Actually unusable. I don't know if anybody remembers old Brandia, but pretty unusable actually. Okay, cool story. You were just bored one day at work or at home or something, and you just decided to look up.
He
apps.
doesn't work. Don't ask stupid questions like that. While his workers were working, he was bored and downloaded the game.
Oh God, he's the big boss. He's the big boss.
I was in school at the time, so it was I had a lot of free time,
Okay. True. All right, cool. I like that. Ken Baller, how'd it go for you, man?
Well, I started. A few of my friends were playing. They were telling me to play for probably half a year, and I was like, no, I don't really play. And then got started one day, got my first Nat 5. I got a Feng Yang.
Oh.
And that thing carried me all the way. And then ever since that, I just try to be better than my friends. And then eventually, I'm a lot better than them now. They still play, but...
You left them in the dust, huh?
Yep, left them in the dust.
Started after them and left them in the dust. I like it. That's cool. Was it your first gacha? Was this your first mobile game? Or did you play some other ones before too?
I played, was it Clash of Clans?
Okay, that was my first one as well.
But that was just, just log in every day.
Right.
Stuff,
Right. Was it your first one as well, Silent, or did you play other ones before that as well?
Yeah, I played Clash of Clans a little bit, but this is the first one I've been really into.
Yeah, this is the first one I spent money on too.
Oh, I see. I mean, it's a hero collector too, which is totally different from Clash of Clans technically, right? Because you're collecting characters and whatnot. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting story. Bobble, how about you, man?
For me, it was just similar to Ken Baller, because it was last year of high school, and we were a lot of people who started playing it, and then everyone quit after 2 weeks, and I kept playing it. So that's basically the story behind that.
High school? What you 18? I knew you were young.
20.
messing with you, man. That's awesome. That's cool. It seems like everybody has a very similar story of just being bored and looking up a game. Wow. Whatever, like whoever their artist was for Com2uS back then, and you know, making that app in the app store, I guess did a good job at enticing us. I don't know. Right? They should get a bonus if they're still working for Com2uS. Goddamn. All right, how about you, Wakas? How'd you get into it?
I started playing because my sister and brother-in-law were actually playing first.
Oh, okay.
And they told me to download it, and I didn't want to because I have a problem. No matter what I play, I have to spend money. So it was just another money thing. Like I spend in Candy Crush everything, you know. So
Candy Crush. Wait, what do you spend on Candy Crush on? Like,
you gotta buy the extra hammers and stuff, kid. You know what I'm saying?
What do hammers do?
Listen, I can't stop. I have to get ahead in every game. So anyway. So yeah, I started playing because they were playing and they told me to download it, and then I started playing and I played. It was like right when I was getting married too, so I was playing on my wedding day.
Oh my god!
I spent my entire honeymoon playing. Yeah, I got really into it right away, but yeah, similar to Silent, you know, didn't get nothing. I got my first Nat 5 after $2,000. It was a Camilla.
Oh, and it was good though.
My second one came at around 5,000. It was a Zyros, and I was thinking, man, this account I have really bad luck, you know. I'm like, I should re-roll my account, but I'm like, damn, I'm already 5,000 in. Little did I know, 5,000 is just a real small fraction, you know.
That's just
whoa, you know.
Wait, your mic is messed up, Thompson.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Oh yeah, try to reset your mic. Yeah. Holy.
Little did I know, and now to this day, 6 years later, I am.
You're
still
muted.
cursed.
You're muted now, Thompson.
Okay, are we good?
Yeah, we're good now. We're good now.
Okay, low though. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's awesome. That's really awesome. That's
Whenever Patrick brings up that story, I just remember how like bad the packs were back then.
Yeah.
You would just buy it all out, but it's just
and I would still buy it all out. This is all true stories.
$5,000, you get nothing. You don't get re-apps. You don't get LDs.
Nope.
You just get crystals.
Crystals, that's it.
That's how bad it was.
That's all we did.
Yeah, and even the packs, like in terms of value of how many scrolls and stuff you get, were terrible, dude. So like
the best pack was the red crystal on left side, because when you buy 3,000 crystals for 100, they give you 5 bonus mystical scrolls. Yeah. So that was the best pack. And then that was before it even came with a legendary. So it was like you get 5 bonus mysticals, and then after you buy all 10 of those, there's nothing left to buy. You go in the shop and they sell 3,000 red crystals for $100 with nothing attached to it.
Yep.
And then you have to buy those. So that's how you get to $5,000, my friends. And that's how you get to 10,000. That's how you get to 20,000. That's how you get to 30. Right. And then today.
And that's how you furnish Com2uS's 11th floor bathroom. Yeah, that's where you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, how about you, Thompson? What got you in?
I was a lot of people heard my story, but I was at the gym playing basketball with my best friend, and he knows that whatever I do, I get really competitive at it. And dude, like, my friend's name is Kevin, and then
God damn you, Kevin. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And dude, the guy's funny, but when we play like Dota, I'm better than him. When we play basketball, I'm better than him because I'm like hyper competitive, you know. And then he started playing a phone game, but he wouldn't tell me which game, so I keep trying to look over his shoulders, and he keep like hiding from me. So finally, like, I kept asking him. We played like 3 hours of basketball. You know how it is back in the days. You could like play basketball forever and not get tired. And I found out it was Summoner's War. And and then just kept playing from there. I remember I was asking him about strategies, and he told me he summoned this monster that's invincible, that farms everything and kills everything. And it was like the Wind Lich. He said like there's a shield and it's unkillable, right? Yeah, and then like that's when I started. I was just like, wow, I want to summon that Wind Lich real bad.
Man, OP, dude. God damn, dude.
So I wanted that monster. I was summoning, and yeah, I got it. I was like, yo, this game's fun. That's about it.
That's crazy. Is your friend still playing now too?
Not really, but it was weird because like 5 years later, he saw my face on the advertisement of Summoner's War. He's like, yo, like, you still playing this game? Like, what? I'm like, oh my god, yes, I am. Like, because I don't tell anybody about like, you know, me streaming or like, you know, I'm really competitive in this game. Yeah, but as for before this game, I played a lot of other phone games, and I felt like even spending money in those games, you don't get the type of value you get out of Summoner's War.
Right, like who buys hammers from like Candy Crush? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like hammers.
Yeah.
I played
Every game.
hammers. There's this game called Zoom Zoom.
Zoom
Right?
Zoom, I love Zoom Zoom, dude.
Yeah, I played that too on the line.
How do you even
Yeah.
spend money on that? You don't even need to spend
I
that
spend
much.
money on
I didn't
that.
know you can add random friends and get infinite hearts.
Yo, check my account. Check my account, bro.
How you-
I'll
Okay.
log on my account.
But you do
I
have
have,
to
I have
well.
every hero. I have every character maxed out, bro. You crazy?
Yes.
Oh, what?
And then
Why? 'Cause
I was
you're on,
really
like,
into
every game company's list.
Yo, everything, bro. I don't play around, bro.
I was really into tower defense. Like any type of tower defense. I'm just like, whoa, like I'm gonna play it, take my money. And yeah. Clash of Clan, I played it too, but I don't feel like you get the value out of Clash of Clan as well. So you have to build walls, and each wall costs you like $100. You know?
Yeah. After a while, I still remember that, you know, some of those high level walls, people spent, dude, to upgrade those. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I think Clash of Clans was one of like the biggest like mobile thing that like kind of popped. That and like, you know, Candy Crush were like known for the mobile games back then. But
And not to
things
just
have
the
changed.
subject apart and bag on other companies, but the Clash Royale has another game. It's like the Clash is another Clash of Clan where there's 2 towers and you
Clash
have to
Royale.
summon Clash Royale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clash Royale, when that game first came out, it's pretty even and
That
not
game
pay to
has
play.
a lot of my money too.
No, well, let me finish. So that game, when it first came out, it's not that really pay to play, and there's a lot of strategy involved. But as they come out with new cards and new heroes, that game became just like a cash grab. It's like all they want is money. So I don't know. That game is kind
I
of.
mean, the thing is, they
So
went
Beast
they went
Riders, I guess.
esports, right?
Right.
It's Beast Riders, though. Wait a
Beast
minute.
Riders.
You see, I have problems, IslandGrown, right? Because
Beast-
Clash Royale is something I was like really competitive in, right?
You know, okay.
And I spent a ton of money, and then I stopped playing, and then all of a sudden I was like really bored one day, and I turned it on. I just turned it on, and then like special packs popped up, you know?
Mhm.
And I bought them all, and then I played for a day, and then I didn't play again. And then this is a recurring thing every couple of months. I'll turn it on, and there'll be packs, and then I got to get the packs. And then I'll play for a day, and I
free to play for
Oh
8
my
days.
God. There's
And
there's,
some-
a, there's
9 days.
another one. There's another one I got.
For 9 days.
There's another
Thank
one
you
that
very much.
I got sponsored to play, and I think they tried to take the idea of Clash Royale into it. And I've been playing it with like my community, and my wife's playing it for fun. If you want to play it, there's not really much you can buy in there, which is maybe good news for you. I you know, but it's
No,
very, it's
if there's
very
not really
Nothing to
much to
buy
buy,
means I
you're
don't
not gonna
play,
play
bro.
it.
no, there are things to
Exactly.
buy, but it's just not efficient. You know what I mean? Like you just never would buy that stuff. Okay, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe you would.
And then there's this other game called Brawl Stars.
I heard of that one as well.
That
Yep.
Thompson decided to go, oh, Patrick, download this game. It's
So
so
me
fun.
and Patrick went
Buy
ham
money.
on Brawl Stars.
Buy money again, and then he quits on me. So,
Crazy.
and then Archer, another one. Bring up Archer real quick.
Yeah,
Starts playing all these other DHCs and all these other stupid games. Buy
Calibria.
money.
Did you play Calibria? You didn't play Calibria,
No,
though,
I
right?
did not.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not playing any other game. I'm done. I'm finished. If I stop playing,
I
Summer
never
Door,
played
I'll never play
Calibria
Summer
or
Door.
DHC though.
There's a lot right now. There's another one, Exos Heroes, that just came out too. I'm addicted to that now. That one just came out. If you see the graphics on that, you will literally go, "Oh my god, dude! This mobile game, like, holy crap, dude!" Like,
Not
I'm
downloading
definitely
no more
baited.
games, bro. That's it. I'm done. Finished.
Not downloading any more games. I mean, you probably got enough games, man, to play. But anyways, thank you guys for sharing. That's awesome. I can imagine you still talk to your friend Kevin Thompson, that guy. Because can you imagine him? Like he just beats it
last
in-
time I talked to him, it was a line group chat. He's like, "Yo, I saw your face in an advertisement, but we want to know your story too, IslandGrown."
But I'm just saying though, that Kevin guy, bro, he's probably like, God damn it, I can't like beat Thompson at the gym, can't beat Thompson at basketball. And then
No.
years later, he's like, this fucker, he's fucking like winning the fucking game I showed him. This fucking guy.
became
My
one
life
of those
sucks,
guys-
dude.
He became one of those guys that's low key competitive. Like he's
I
like, "No,
see,
I don't
see.
care," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Bam!" He backs you up and then like does a layup on you. He's like in your face, you know.
Yeah,
He doesn't like really show it off.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, we want to hear your story, IslandGrown.
Uh,
What got you in the game? What's your first summon? Stuff like that.
So for me, a lot of people heard my story as well, but I was it was back during college when I was dating the wife, and I used to like go to Starbucks and like kind of study or whatnot and wait for her to finish work. And one day I was just browsing through like you guys did and saw Summoners War, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the graphics that we have in Summoners War or what they were back then, man, and that was like considered pretty good, man. When Summoners War came out like what 6 years ago, right? The graphics were really good, so I was like, damn, I'm down. Like I like the graphics, they're clean. So I downloaded it, I played it. I had $100 iTunes, right? I wasn't into like putting money into like mobile games yet, but I had $100 iTunes. It was like a gift or something, so I had it on my account. It's like, you know what? I'll buy a pack. Bought a pack, summoned the test shards, my first Nat 5, and that thing, like, I don't know if you know back then, but it was hard to progress in the PvE. but Teshar just like carried me through everything. So it was nice. Yeah, it was very, very nice. Yeah. So that's how I got into the game. The wife played for a little bit as well, and then after that, I got my friend Chosen One to play for a while as well. He was the top player for a little bit during the earlier seasons, and then he just quit though. But it was cool. It was a great game that I played with like my friends and whatnot, and yeah, that's how I met people in Delicious, like Sally and even YDCB, and got the motivation to try streaming, and here we are now. So I'm glad everything kind of aligned up to the way it is now. In a very weird way, it kind of worked out kind of crazily. So I'm glad I played Summoners War and downloaded it, I guess. Everything would be very different. I wouldn't have met any of you guys. We wouldn't all be here in a podcast right now. So it worked out. It definitely worked out. Right, thank you guys for sharing. That was a little bit fun. Thought it was a good question to get us into podcast today. Gonna move on to topic number 2. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer yet. I didn't get to fully watch it though, but there's a trailer released for SWC. SWC is right around the corner. Typically it happens in like third-ish quarter of the year. So are you gonna try to compete, right? How are you doing in the competition in terms of your rankings for it? And if you're not gonna compete, right, like me, second question is, what do you think about SWC? Like, how do you think it's gonna be like this year? Like, what are they gonna do? What do you expect to see, right? What do you want to see from SWC this year? Take it away, anybody. I think we got, Silent, Ken, Obabble, Thompson. I mean, if Wyka's played a lot more, maybe he could compete as well, but got 4 people that are definitely potentially competing, right?
Wycuz can't get out of C3 right now?
No. I want to say, I think Wycuz could get into it if he hunkers down, because last year for SWC, maybe he didn't have that great of a chance, but this year, having all the Beast Riders is really going to help you, Patrick.
Wycuz can't get out of C3 after getting all the Beast Riders?
You gotta stop playing Candy Crush, bro. You get some more time into some Summoner War, bro.
I'm just cursed, dude. I'm just cursed, man. I'm just cursed. It's over.
Gotta do some wings off the stream.
I'm cursed.
Gotta do.
Bro, but then I have nobody to vent to. I'm gonna end up punching my wife in the head if I play off a stream.
Wait a minute.
I can't yell at my chat. I'm gonna yell at my wife. You know what I mean?
Dude, Ken Baller is right. You do have to play off stream, bro.
Yeah,
dude, it's impossible, dude. I get to G2, and then one night I'll go all the way back down to C3, and then I'll go back to G2, and then I'll go back to C3.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Pretty
You don't stream, and then next time you stream, you're G2. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and then I stream and I'm C3. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, streaming changes a little bit. It's harder to, it's always harder no matter what as a streamer.
I learn a lot from my chat, though. My chat is full of geniuses, so I learn a lot.
Are you sure you learned from them? Because you went down to C3.
They told me Beast Riders needs slot 6 accuracy, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, amazing community. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Accuracy. And Mahato doesn't sleep because he has resist lead and things like that.
Almost as smart as, if you remember Weak Dog, Roger, almost as smart as his community that says that when you put bombs on fire units, you have less chance. Yeah, with using a Sierra. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Great knowledge. Great knowledge from the chat here.
But yeah, it's my fault, though. It's my fault for ruining my things improperly.
That's true. But
I had a funny one. I had a really funny comment in my chat last night, though. I want to share real quick.
Tell me.
The guy says to me, "Hey, did you ever try putting your best runes on your best monsters?"
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's like wow, I never tried this. Like, what was I thinking all this time? So tomorrow's stream, my best runes will be my best monsters. I'll be ready.
Sadness, dude. When you hear that comment, you're just like, sadness.
It was like, ding. I was like, oh. But it's fun. I do it for fun, bro. It's all good.
As much as you meme though, that's the fun in it, right? That when you get those, it's like, what?
Yeah, absolutely. It was awesome. It was just a great comment. Like, it was just like, wow. I just like felt so enlightened at that point.
So how about you guys? Obabble, are you preparing for SWC? Yeah. How you doing this season? What rank you are?
I'm gonna try for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. I should have like better odds this year at least. But now Beast Riders are out, so that's kind of the same thing again. But hopefully other people are gonna miss them as well.
Do you have any?
I have win one.
Oh,
and like the thing is, this week has been pretty rough, Summoners-wise, because yesterday I got a blessing and I pulled another Savannah.
Oh,
so that kind of hurt a bit. Ouch.
And Thompson's still trying to get one.
You're gonna make Thompson cry, man. Stop talking about her.
I mean, Savannah she's all right, but and then like 2 days before I got a 22 speed quad, like a 6-star. So it's been rough.
GZ.
I'm trying to.
We're not allowed to talk about runes. All right, when I'm in podcasts, there's no rune conversations allowed. The word quad is not allowed to be used here.
That's awesome. Okay, well, we'll see if you get any secret toys. But if you do get any, man, don't tell people, man. I want to see you have a good chance to surprise people and do pretty good.
Because like last year especially, it was kind of rough because I didn't have like Gani Hathor or anything, so I had to always do weird stuff.
You don't have to answer this, Obabo, but like, how much like do you spend like consistently monthly?
I do that more now that I stream.
Okay.
But I don't spend that much.
Okay, good.
Are you on membership 1, 2, or 3? 3 being the highest membership, if you know what I'm talking about.
Probably on average, it's like maybe 4 REA packs a month since I started streaming.
Oh, you're not even one membership. The hell?
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm jealous. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I almost missed my first REA packs in my career. But then my free-to-play life ended at 9 days.
I mean, I am jealous as well, so I guess it goes both ways.
No, Dad, don't be jealous, bro. You don't want this life. You don't want this life. I got a bad one.
This guy. Okay, how about you, Silent? How'd this season go? Like, what rank are you right now? And you can try to compete? Can you make it?
Yeah, I'm kind of like on the fence about it.
You better compete, bro. No question.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not as hungry, I think, as some of the other people are. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about maybe just like taking it easier and just supporting some of the people that really are hungry.
So mad at you if you don't compete, bro. I'm telling you.
Man. I need to see that Volantis in there, bro. I need to see that Volantis in that RTA pick, bro.
Volantis is.
I mean,
I don't think you can use him in tournament though.
Huh?
I feel like if you don't really want to join, you could still try, and then you just pick like Dana, Miho, and Taurus, everything, and see how far you
get. Just meme. You should just meme. Wait, you could actually do that.
Yeah, that's. Well, yeah, I could prove a point. Like that's what kind of is tilting me lately in RTA. So.
Like Nyx as well with that, just to like resist all the debuffs.
You know, it's also beneficial too if you help thin out the field for people. You know what I mean? Like take somebody out that somebody has trouble against. You know.
All of a sudden, so you're not the bad guy anymore. Obabo's the bad guy because he told you to do that.
Dang.
Nah, I don't know. Like I kind of liked what they did last year with like multiple rounds, so I'm kind of hoping they do that, and maybe since it's online, you know, open it up even further. I think that'd be cool for like people who are kind of on the bubble and want to get in.
What rank are you right now that you're holding? Kind of gives you a gauge, right?
I'm like 90 or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. What about you, Ken? How are you doing this season? This season and last season, right? Because I think RTA SWC matters for the finish for this season and the last season, right? So depending on how you did on both of those.
I think I have a good chance to get in.
Yeah.
I think I was top.
You think?
Guaranteed
12 last season.
Do is not spell his name wrong. He'll be all right.
So humble.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't spell his name wrong, he'll be okay.
Wait, did I spell his name wrong, or who spelled his name wrong?
As long as he doesn't spell his name wrong on the application.
On the application. Yeah.
Wait, what? Tell me about that. You spelled your name wrong on the application.
No, because he's high enough. I'm saying he's high enough. All he's do is not mess up the application.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, but I'm pretty excited. Everyone else has been in it except me, so pretty excited.
You're the Druid master, man, right? That's your name. You're known for the Druid, so I want to see the Druids in there, all of them. Yeah. So
it means you gotta spend more money now, though, bro. You know that, right?
Oh, can't do that, dude. Can't compete with that.
Can't compete for free, man.
Yes, I mean, you definitely have the units in the ruins, so I mean, and you do enough wings to have the brains, so you definitely have a good chance. Definitely want to see you in there. We'll be rooting for you. Yeah, we're biased. Yeah. Everybody that's a part of the Ohana podcast community, or that's almost everybody on Twitch, right? Everybody on Twitch, basically, is all our favorites. So, we are biased there. How about you, Thompson? Yeah, how's this year, man? Every single year, there's been a step up. This year,
thanks for saving me last, because like I'm like a mental wreck right now. I don't know, man. I'm a drama queen.
Why?
Like
dude?
I feel like this, me and Silent. I feel the same way as Silent. Like I just want to be an audience this year. You know, I have like competition anxiety. You know, like
really?
the previous 2 years I had no anxiety because there was no expectations from like the community for me. You know, no one expects me to be Tiger, or no one expects me to beat like Dream Joseph or whatever, you know. And last year, like everyone thought, you know, Tree or Tiger or whoever will take it over, you know, me. And that I was playing with a chip on my shoulder, right? But this year, I don't know, man. Everyone just kind of expects me to win. And when other people expect me to win, it's not like real confidence. It's like fake confidence, you know? I don't have that confidence myself this year because this game is so like random. Anything could happen. Do you understand what I mean? It's kind of like that rich kid that the parents is always like, oh, you're the best. You're really good. You're number one. But the rich kid, when he like flexes, he's not confident, but he acts like he's confident, but he's not. You know what I mean? I'm like that rich kid right now.
I see. I mean, nobody expects you to win this year. Everybody knows
I
you're going
hope
to win
not.
this year.
I hope not.
I expect Thompson too.
Man, I really like with the whole like.
We know he's winning. We don't need to expect because we know.
Expectations are heavy though, you know, because even when I stream, people ask me like, "Hey, who do you think's gonna win?" You know, like Thompson's gonna win this year, and I'm like, honestly, I would love for Thompson to win. You know, I said, but to be honest, I'm like, it's really hard to win. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to even get to the finals if you think about it, because like this game is really based upon like one violent proc. You know what I mean? Like you proc at the right time, anybody could beat anybody. You know what I mean? Legit, one violent proc can turn anybody to beating anybody, and it's like a lot of it has to do with skill, monsters, whatever, runes, stuff like that. But luck is a huge part of it. You know what I'm saying? And like you're just running bad luck that day. You have no chance against anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they're all good. They're all good players. You know, like there's not any idiots playing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody's a pretty good player. So like to predict who could win is impossible. So like that's the expectation thing that's tough that everybody needs to understand. It's hard.
But the thing is, do you think this year will be slightly different? This is like talking about like the
it's gonna be harder this year.
The violent proc changes because of the violent proc changes. Now there are more violence on each side. Like the disparity in bad luck is not as bad in terms of getting the additional turn. Whether or not you get it on the right unit at the right time is another story. But there are more procs, I feel now, on both sides because of that, right? Statistically, I mean,
unless your name is Wycuz. But I was gonna say it'd be a little harder this year because like imagine like people get like stage fright and they get nervous on stage, you know. Mm-hmm. Now imagine the turbo nerds sitting at home in their underwear, like you know how powerful they're gonna be. Because when you're on stage, those 30 seconds tick quick, right? But when you're sitting at home in your underwear, like you know what I'm saying? Like turbo nerds gonna be strong in their underwear. Nobody looking at them, nobody watching them. The fire breathing dragon under the table isn't on. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget it, bro. Like the turbo nerds will be on point this year.
I think what Com2uS is waiting for, like, I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel like if they're going to do this tournament, they're actually going to probably fly the contestants out to do the tournament at a place, because I think by that time COVID will be a lot less, or they'll do like social distancing with it, and they'll have people at the event. Because I don't know, how can you have a tournament at home, right? You have the Legends tournament at home because it doesn't matter. Sometimes some of the qualifiers at home, but how you gonna do the finals at home, dude? Hey, like, let's be real. If there was an actual finals, you got 20 people in a Discord with that guy playing the finals, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Brian, sorry to cut you, but I might have a surprise guest. So remember this question, okay? Remember that question you just had. Yeah, what you just said. Remember.
Surprise guest today on the podcast, or what do you mean?
I might have a surprise guest. I'm not sure, but I'll put it on speaker and we could all talk to him or her.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, so remember that question.
So if it's gonna be in person, then yeah, Turbo Nerds are done.
I'm saying if it's in person, everybody that's competed, especially like you, Thompson, Obabo, Silent, you guys gonna get the advantage, right? Because you've been there, you've kind of done it, you've met people. It's not gonna be unfamiliar environment, right? You know some of the Com2uS people, you've talked to them, right? Some of the even people that you'll see there, so you won't feel as nervous. Whereas somebody new, first time, they're gonna be like, oh, this is the first time I'm meeting, Com2uS Evan and all these people, like, oh, so much going in their mind. So you get that advantage as well, Thompson.
I'm telling you, it's a big difference, man. Being on stage, tell you that much. Go, Baba.
No. I didn't see a clause for like if you can have underwear, like playing in underwear on stage. So maybe that's
people are looking at you. That's the thing,
That's a strategy.
But then you can like also stare down the opponent. So.
But yeah, like I said, I never competed in the singles, but I've done the GVG thing, and like the first year I did it in LA, like before we went to Korea to compete for the finals, like my fucking heart was like pounding out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get nervous. I'm the kind of guy I could mingle, talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Nothing bothers me. But on stage, for some reason, my fucking heart is just going. I'm like,
how about Korea?
And the whole time during Pick Ban, all I'm thinking about is don't have a heart attack and die on stage. Don't have a heart attack and die on stage. Don't die. You can't die here right now. Not a good time to die. Like, it's crazy. But once you get used to it, like even going to Korea, like the pressure went off a lot. You know what I mean?
Really?
And then, yeah, the pressure wasn't on that much.
Crazy because the people you're sitting in front of the audience.
Yeah, I think because we were inside a box, it made it a little better.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you guys get
We
to
were
play
sitting.
with each other, right? Like talk to each other a little bit as well.
Yeah,
So that was
the
kind of
biggest
nice.
thing is like you got to sit down. Like in LA, we were standing, dude. Like that was the
That
worst.
was worst. Yes.
We were standing. It was hot. My heart was pounding. I was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna be real embarrassing when I die here right now. And then, yeah, and then this last year when we did the GVG again in LA, like I felt nothing. You know what I mean? Like you already get used to it. So that, like, back to IslandGrown's point, like when it's your first time going up there, like it's pretty rough, dude. That's what I'm saying. The kids in the underwear at home will be way stronger than people on stage.
Yep.
I know my first game at SWC, it was like really bad for me as well. And I couldn't like even draft. I was just picking random stuff like rock, platy, all that stuff. and then like after I lost that game, then I kind of got like, then that set me straight, and I felt almost nothing.
Yeah, it's
So,
crazy, right? It's such a
kinda
weird
worked.
thing. Like it's so weird. I don't understand it, but it just happens to you. I don't know.
Yeah, like the like Waka says, when you're up there, the seconds when you're picking, they go by so much quicker.
Oh yeah.
And you don't sometimes when you're thinking, you're like, oh my god, what if I pick this, then I pick this. Like you don't think the normal way that you do like on regular ladder or when you're normally playing. Like your mind is like thinking sometimes too much, and that can be bad as well, right? So
Yeah, but the one real beneficial thing too now is that they made you can sort the monsters by favorites, so that's gonna help out a lot because those 30 seconds you can't find shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're looking right at it, you can't see it.
That's big. That's big. Having the 30 monster favorited is big. I'm glad they did that. Right? I'm glad they did that.
That'll give people a lot more comfort in time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they actually extend it a bit to like 50 maybe.
Seconds?
50 units. No, like 50
units.
50 units for favorites.
I see. I would like to see multiple decks of 30. That would be interesting. So like even in tournaments, you can prep, right? Hey, I'm playing against, Obabo, right? I got these 30 prepped, right? I'm playing against, Wycus. I got these 30 prepped.
Or at least
because,
they should let you sort. At least they should let you sort it too. You know what I mean?
Right. Like
so
you can put it the way you want.
These 10, you put the 10 in the front. You know what I mean? Instead of like it's 30 favorite, but it could be number 30. You know what I mean? It's still pretty far back there.
You know what's interesting is every time, I don't know why they have this mechanic, but every time you play, the ones you chose are the ones that are on the front. Is that right? Like it's always the most recent. Why don't they just let it so that this is a great suggestion I'm thinking here. Why don't they just let it that it's just set so that you always know where it is? And once you get used to your deck, you know where things are and you always click there, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Like why do I have to know the most 5 recent that I use? That doesn't, you don't really need to know that technically.
They should do like a voice command, and then we do like voice command during SWC, and then you say like pick Chiwu, and then it picks Shiho instead.
Call out the attack too.
You imagine somebody Waika's on stage. Light Chasun! Light Chasun! What the fuck, man? Light Chasun! Hey, ref.
I always thought that you should be able to like type though, like especially for the pre-bans and like even picking, I guess, like if you could just type out the name of the monster, like or like type SE, it'll take everything out besides like Sierra and Sarah, things like that.
Yo, Bobo, that's funny, dude. I would be like, I'll say pick Miho, Fuko will come out, and my friend Kevin Chan will be like, oh, I told you Fuko.
Dude, you say pick Antares, and it just DCs you.
Oh my god. Invalid pick.
Like that would be so epic if they did that. As much of a meme as it is, that would be so cringe. But I like that stuff, man. Like the little short film that they have, like go Bernard or I choose you Bernard. That would be so funny. If the pick and ban, you have to freaking call out the units that you're using on stage. So cringe. I like the idea though, so I will suggest it. Com2uS, if you're listening, you should do some exhibition matches like that. That would be pretty funny. I definitely like that. All right, so what else would you guys want to see from SWC? Anything else SWC related, or anything you guys want to talk about SWC that we can include here? Any other suggestions, maybe, right, for other SWCs that you've seen in the past? You want some different things to happen and whatnot?
I mean, honestly, I think they've done such a great job with all the SWCs, improving on one after, one being better than the last every time. I mean, obviously this year, due to circumstances, it's probably going to be online and not as exciting, and that's also a contributor to a lot of people not wanting to compete this year because it's kind of like, why get all the pressure and just sit at home? At least all the pressure you get to, go on a little trip, have a little vacation, have a little trip with your family, things like that. And now it's like you're just trapped at home anyway, so why bother competing? But, hopefully it clears up and we could do something in person. But I really think they've done a great job with SWC, like just improving year after year.
Production value is pretty good. I wonder if they're gonna use OGN again. That'd be nice. Go ahead, Ken. You want to say something?
Do you guys know if it's still a best 2 out of 3 for the prelims and everything?
Probably.
It should be, yeah, because otherwise it takes too long. Even doing that best 2 out of 3 thing, it takes like 13 hours to get it done.
Yeah, it takes kind of a long time.
It takes a long ass time, yeah.
And best
I feel like
one
2 out of 3 is like
it's too.
It's tough, yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
You pick bad once, you're dead. You get bad RNG, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
it's hard.
It's hard to come back.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a losers bracket this year for prelims?
Oh, I didn't see. Is there a loser bracket this year? There might be. I didn't get to see the exact.
I think it was
laydown.
last year. There was a loser
For
bracket,
groups. Yeah.
at least for Europe.
Yeah, last
yeah,
year was loser bracket. It was double elimination last year. Was it double elimination? I think it was double elimination last year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
loser
yeah,
bracket.
There
you
was
loser
loser
bracket.
last. In each group, there's a loser bracket as well. You
Yeah,
can come back from the losers bracket and still be in it.
Right.
Because I would hope they make it like losers bracket for.
Oh, nice.
That would be nice.
You froze. Loser bracket
cut out,
4, and then you froze. You said
I
you said-
froze
Yeah, you said loser bracket 4, and then it cut
for
out.
for the finals.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like that was really good for, and maybe even for the regionals. Because I feel like you almost need to have
Only
double
problem with
elimination
that. Only
for-
problem with that is, Babo. Like I agree with you because I think it's like fucked up that you get all the way to the finals and you lose once and you're done.
Yeah.
I think that's fucked up, honestly. The problem is you see how long it takes just with no loser bracket at all. Like it's like
Yeah, I
the
know.
whole day already. Like I don't
But-
know how they can speed it up, but they need to maybe cut out some commercials in between or something.
They don't
but,
even do
like-
that much commercials, actually. They just have
That's what
breaks
I'm
to
saying.
set up the tournament.
I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I don't know how it takes so long. You know what I mean?
Because
Yeah.
I was thinking because for like Europe Cup they flew us out there for like 4 days and we only played 1 day, so maybe if they make it like 2 days, it could be
Okay.
doable. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Some-
I agree with you 100%. Like I think that you losing in the finals and you're out is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because you worked all the way to lose. You have one bad game and you're pretty much toasted. Is out of control.
Hey, end of the day
But
though.
like I said,
End of the
timing,
day
you
though,
know?
it's a fair on both sides technically, right? As much as you want to say it's easy to lose 2 out of 3, it's easy to win as well. So I mean, it goes
If your
both
name's
ways.
If your name's not Wycos.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Goes both ways. Okay, cool. I'm really excited. Silent, did you have anything that you wanted to say or add into it? I don't know if you got cut off or anything. No. Okay.
Nah, I'm good.
So yeah, SWC is coming up around the corner. I'm excited to hear more and see
I want to know
more
what
happening.
Silent is leaning towards, playing or not playing.
Hmm.
He's leaning towards playing, or I'm not
Probably
focusing
not
ever
playing.
again.
Yeah.
From what I see though,
Not-
like
I'm
every
chilling.
time I look at the leaderboard, he's always like right in the top 100. But he never gets higher. I feel like he just does 3 wings a day, you know? Just stay up there.
I see that too. I watch.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
ask Silent. I watch all his replays every day. You can ask him. I'm like a freaking spy.
I know. I can't even like just do my slacker games, you know? Like Thompson's like critiquing. He's like, "Ah, you shouldn't have picked that."
Yeah, because like he's like horsing around. Like he completely gave up this season. I try to talk him into playing. You know. So yeah.
I think, you know, honestly, if you do get any traction of motivation for the next couple of weeks here, and you do decide that you want to play, I actually want to see you do some like meme drafts, like to prove a point, right? With like Miho and like Antares and stuff like that, right? Cycling
Like
those
a-
in. Yeah.
Like a +6 speed Akia, maybe.
Whoa! Wait, already you got the news? What the?
No, I saw it live on your stream. I was lurking
Oh.
and I saw you show.
Thanks for saying hi. Wow. No, well,
Sorry, I was in bed.
I like how the meta is very Beast Rider meta. So now it kind of brings Leo back. So you could play with all types of units that's stat hungry, you know? So your
Yeah.
creativity could run rampant.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. It's gonna. I mean, even though Beast Riders are kind of like, you know, very strong right now, it's nice to see like a lot of different units being in, which means there's a lot of other units, like you said, counters like Leo and stuff being used. So the drafts are gonna be like different this year. Obviously, still Ganiha Thors and LD Net 5s and whatnot, but you're gonna see mixes of different units, right? Which is nice.
If you
I don't
guys
want to see the same
wanna-
thing as last year.
If you guys want to know what Obaba was talking about, I brought Akia into Leo, Tetra, I think an Artemil and a Vertihill. And then the Akia just sleep every turn and won the game. So yeah.
Toxic, dude.
So-
I've been hearing more about that unit, Akia. It's a very, very strong
But
unit.
my Akia is very special. It has like the most HP, the highest accuracy, the highest defense, and the highest attack in the world.
So you have 100.
but 6 feet.
That's why too.
Whoa. Yeah, but yeah, I want to know if Silent really wants to play, but I'm being a hypocrite because I'm really leaning towards not playing. Like, so.
Just for the chat's information, they'll both be playing this year.
Yeah, you better be playing Silent. Yeah.
That's it.
All right, we'll see. All right, moving on to topic number 3 here, talking about units, talking about buffs and nerfs. Let's talk about some buffs and nerfs. Let's talk about it. I don't think we're gonna get a balance patch this season, right? Because it's coming to an end soon, so it'd be kind of weird, right? It could be, but that'd be really weird to have it like right before the end. But I mean, we gotta expect probably a balance patch before SWC. I hope. What do you want to see?
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should talk about
right, gotta buff Kraka, dude.
Oh,
like,
turn this kid off for a second.
No, I've been using him a lot. Actually, I use her probably like 20% of my matches.
Can I say something about Kraka? Two of my best friends pulled Kraka. Well, Ken Baller and Make It a Bud both pulled Kraka, and the next week they both dropped 100 points in RTA. That's a fact. You have to look it up. Like,
that's true.
Both him and Chris, Make It a Bud, they're both using Kraka, and they both dropped 100 points from.
Someone's got to test it. Yeah. Someone's got to use them. Yeah, but they need to do something about her third skill. I feel like.
So the biggest suggestion that people gave for the third skill was do it like Vanessa, but we're not sure if that's too strong. Right? It's a passive. That might be too strong. You know what I mean? Like when it dies, that unit will immediately get it. You can't target. You just get it. Or option B is that you can use that skill on a unit and have an effect happen to it without it already dying. Right? Just like Nigong, right? Even though things aren't dead, he'll just use it and it could get something. Those are the two like variances that I've seen for Kraka that I think would be.
I mean, it could be like Vanessa, but it can't give the invincibility like that. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Why not?
Wait, why not?
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's an LD5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must say this: when we talk about buffs and nerfs, I really like Obabo's opinion because he doesn't like overdo it, but he doesn't underdo it too.
Yeah, Han should get 90% ATB for the whole team instead.
Oh, come on, Obabo! I just vouched for you, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I've waited for so long, but
you waited for so long to say that? What did you say?
No, for Han to get buffed. Like
he did. He got 10%, didn't he?
I'm just over exaggerating, but I feel like the last buff they gave to Han was just 5%. I can almost like bet all my money on that he's gonna get 5% more again. Like there you go, 35% per hit. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that makes sense. That would make him a little bit better. True. You know what? Also, you need like Gianna.
I mean, that is not what I want. That's not gonna change him at all. But it's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it doesn't make him a meta unit.
The only thing that needs to get buffed is my LD rate. That's what needs to get buffed.
I hope you get something soon, man.
Because I'm thousands of LDs. Thousands since I got an Nat 5.
The thing is, though, dude, if you look at the pool of Nat 5s, I never went through this. Maybe we can do this on a future podcast. We can go through it, and I want to actually count how many LD Nat 5s there are and how many are considered. Wow, if I summon that, that'd be nice. And then how many are like, wow, if I summon this is trash.
I'm at the point, Alan, though. I'm at the point that, like,
you take anything?
I'm not saying I deserve a Gianna or a Ragdoll, but they owe me 10 shit ones. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm
fair
at
enough.
least 10 shit ones. That's all
I'll
I'm
tell you
saying.
this, IslandGrown. If you
Dude,
form
Patrick, let me tell you, it doesn't feel any better. I have 10 shit ones. They're all, it's just garbage.
I have two. I have two LD Nat 5s. It's been like almost 4,000 4,000 scrolls since I gotten one.
You guys know if we form Voltron today, we'll have like the best account in the world. Like, okay, we got a Yonghong in the house, all the Beast Riders in the house, an Oberon in the house, 35 runes in the house.
We got
Gianna, Nephthys, Pater, Ragdoll. This is like this cast right here. We have all the strongest units. If we form into one account,
Nigong, Bella,
Nigong, Jara,
Bella, we'll have like the best freaking account in the world. We just need to combine our accounts.
Yeah, or it could just be you and Ken Baller, and you have the best account in the world too.
True. Too true. Actually true.
We're missing Yonghong and Oberon. All right, and then Obabo.
The rest of us are like the foot. The rest of us are the foot of the
No. You, me, and like Obabo, we're like the one foot. Why? Because the other foot. Because Waika's got the Yunhong, right? So Waika's his own foot on his own because he got a Yunhong.
Yeah,
not
he's
bad.
the left foot. Yeah. Obabo's the right foot because he has Savannah.
Off balance Megatron.
But yeah, going
and then
back to
you form the head.
Why? I have a Julia. That's not enough for him. I got like a fingernail. I call a fingernail.
Well, you're the caster too, so you form the head.
Okay.
We'll have a powerful account.
But going back to like getting shit LD Net 5s like Silent said. I mean, the thing that's different for Ycuz though is at least you get the shit ones. Like you got that we got you that what is it, the Bay, and then you got the Volantis, right? Very close. It's at least it still feels for those moments like, wow, like I got some LDs and I get something, right? That's what Ycuz wants to feel, whether it's shit or not, right? That's what he's owed, is at least that feel.
I know that shit LDs don't do you any favors. Believe me, I'm a firm believer of that. However, like not getting them after putting so much in feels way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. If I was free to play, bro, and I had two, I'm like, yo, I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm like heavy LD, and I got two, bro.
You know what they say, right? Like when you go to like Vegas and stuff, the reason why the jackpot is so big is because there's that many losers, So we should just thank you, right? When every time we hit the jackpot, we just thanking people like you, man.
That's
right?
why Ken Baller owes me a lot, bro. every time I take out like 200 bad spins, he gets a good spin by rolling one. You see how crazy that is, right? He jumps to the slot machine every time I get off. You don't notice, bro? Ken Baller, he owes me a lot, man.
Yeah, right when you go on your break, he jumps on and just hey, let me try this machine real quick, Ycuz. Oh shit, winner!
Exactly, that's how it goes, man.
I have a story with the Bay today. There's this guy I respect a lot because I met him in Korea. His name is DGP, and all of a sudden he streamed today. And I went on stream and I was like, oh my god, DGP, you're awesome. You're like a great player. You should stream more often. I'm a big fan of yours. And then on stream, he was drinking beer. And I don't know if he's inebriated, buzzed, or drunk, but he's like, Thompson, do you want to watch me use the Bay? I said no. And he used the Bay, and I logged off his stream. So that was Silent has the Bay. The real story happened today, Yeah. Right now, almost like 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
I will say this though. I love GGP, man. I got to meet him for the first time.
Me too. Yeah.
Not last year's, but I met him the year before when he actually won the EU regionals. And the thing is that I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know if he's been playing as much Summoners War, right? At least last year, from what I saw, because he was super rusty, man. Like he was super rusty. Like you can see it through like if you rewatch those matches and whatnot. So hopefully he found that spark of interest again. How's he doing? Is he on the ladder this season again or what?
Me and I don't think
he's not high enough.
He tried to challenge Ycuz in Korea to a chugging contest, and
that's a stupid mistake.
Successful.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, me and DGP same. I have a competition anxiety. He has competition anxiety, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah. I think after Korea, you stopped playing, right? Kind of like not stop playing, but like not like super competitive anymore.
Right, but he still has Lima that got a small buff, but he was dominant during the Molong era, right? I think he's Tianlang, Molong, Lima, like that kind of unit. So he was very, very solid. Right, very, very solid.
Yeah, DGP is not gonna compete this year, I don't think.
What
I heard.
Yeah, so he's chilled in a little bit more than as I thought. Yeah.
He's carrying us in Siege instead.
Yeah, no, his account's nuts. For sure. Back to the topic here. Buffs and nerfs. Any other units you guys want to see change then? Right? Maybe watch Silent be like, okay, guys, I will meme and I will use Miho and stuff, and it gets all shredded and all nerfed. Just bait him into playing SWC.
Like, you guys, like, I'm gonna beat a dead horse on it, but like, I really want them to nerf Miho, Antares, Verd. Like, I would challenge anybody to go count the games that they lose because of just pure RNG. And I think, like, I was watching JMax stream the other day, and he was, I think he said something that I thought was like pretty on point, which is like, this is supposed to be a turn-based strategy game, and you can't play strategy when you can't predict what's going to happen. And so units like Antares that just pop off like randomly, you can't predict that at all. Like Bio, to an extent, you can kind of adjust for it, right? Because you're like, hey, that guy's on 12%. Or maybe, he's on like 27%. So I got to plan for the likelihood that he's going to Vio proc. I'm going to 2-turn sleep now so he can't proc out of the sleep. Or I need to put a bomb on him now or whatever, right? But Antares, it just goes off. And then there's nothing you can do. And sometimes that costs you the game. And I think the fact that those kind of situations exist really makes it a toxic game sometimes. And I think that's going to start pushing people away from the game the more that continues, you know, like, especially when they add more units that are supposed to fix the problem, but they're just kind of like adding to the problem over time.
Right. Like Diana's another problem. Like, I feel like Diana's like stronger than ever with the extra turns.
That's because you use Barbara every game.
What if I pick Barbara, it means he gets to proc 6 extra times?
Well, if you pick Barbara, he goes Diana, Leo. Anyway, I agree with Silent.
I agree with Silent.
Where I agree with Silent completely. That's why, like, it's not like I'm not confident about. No, I feel very insecure going to tournament this year because of what David just said. You know, it's not like I'm not confident, whatever, but like the game's so random, I can't be sure 100%. You know what I mean? There's like so much randomness going on. So yeah,
I think this year though in SWC, I don't think there's gonna be like that much RNG by like Antares and stuff. I don't feel. But I think it's gonna be a lot of like resist RNG going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may
I
not
don't
be
feel
for
like-
tournament.
Yeah.
Depends on like what people pick, but like just ladder in general, sometimes like, man, I play a game and you lose like that, and you're just like, why am I even playing? You know?
No, I totally agree. Like in the game, like especially when you have a unit, like what you're saying is very true. I really hope that they don't continue this trend. Is definitely what you're saying as well, right? Of making these types of units. Yeah, hopefully they don't feel that, hey, these types of units are good and valuable in the game to have, where they can have what you say, have that super random, right? Violent like is always calculatable, because violent can only happen on their turn, right? You can only violent after you take a turn. Right, so it's a little bit more adjustable and calculatable. But with Antares and that kind of unit, you can't calculate that, right? It's anytime. So you can't calculate or predict or make any adjustments. So that's very, very true. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, for sure. So hopefully, Com2uS hears this and, can relook at it, right? Obviously, right now, maybe they feel like it's okay, but maybe they can relook at it to be sure. Because I think that point was really, really strong. Really, really strong. Because it's supposed to be a turn-based strategy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I feel like Violent, even though it gets a lot of hate, it is kind of needed, and it adds like another layer of
sorry to cut you, Obama. I have to cut you right now. But speaking of if Com2uS is hearing or not, I have a Com2uS employee that's on the phone right now. Let's talk.
Did they want to join? Did they know they're on the podcast?
Hello, Manny. Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear this person called Manny? You're on podcast right now.
Did you tell him prior that he was gonna be on podcast or what?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just want to say what's up to you, and like and we're just asking questions like what got you into Summoners War, and when did you start working for Com2uS?
Oh, cool. Man, honestly, I've been with the company for quite a while now. Actually, Gary was the one that approached me, and he wanted me to help out with the influencer relations stuff. And yeah, I was excited to join, man. And to be honest, what got me into the game wasn't so much that I was looking at all this content and watching gameplay, but actually working with the guys that are extremely passionate about the project, right? Like, it's one thing to work with like the dev side, but it's another thing to work with the guys who are actually in communication with the community. So that's kind of what got me excited about it, and just to see this guy's passion every day, and it's fun, to be honest. It sucks that we're not at the office at the moment, because we're all kind of working off-site.
Yeah. And we all just want to say, thank you for, making such a fun game and helping out the community and everything, and being on call with us. It's really cool.
No worries. Yeah, it kind of just caught me off guard. But yeah, I'm glad to jump on and talk to you guys. But essentially, yeah, it's cool to work with these guys on a daily basis, and they're just like always talking Summoners War. I know I can't say much about like what's coming up in the future, but man, it's
you can't say much.
It's exciting stuff, Obviously, you guys know that.
Hang up.
Updates.
You don't got information for us?
You guys know, I'm always in contact with you guys, and I'm really excited that the community is really enjoyed the latest quality of life changes, which is really cool.
Yeah, everyone here really likes how the Summoners War staff listens to the community and takes in what we have to say.
Yeah, the bubbles are really good.
It was a surprise to me because I was on smaller teams before, and just being on a bigger team with everyone is on the same page. Everyone knows what's going on and understands the severity of just like how big the community has gotten over the years. that's huge, man. You know, and as I talk to our communities, I talk to you guys. It's definitely a positive feedback, and it's definitely it pushes us to kind of be better, or it pushes us to push for.
Can he hear us, Thompson? Can you hear us?
Yeah, he can hear you guys.
Can you hear us, Manny? Manny? I think you just muted yourself, Thompson. I can't hear you anymore. Technology and Thompson. Oh man, technology. Ask if anything. I mean, we can't hear you still, Thompson. We can't hear you. But
okay, can you hear me now?
Can hear you now. Yeah. Ask Manny. Maybe ask him. Is there anything he could say if they're gonna be doing something, you know, fun or big for SWC this year, even with the COVID stuff? Don't tell us the details though.
We know you can't speak of the details or the future, but we want to know. We saw a clip of the SWC 2020 this today. So could you tell us anything about it? Indoors, outdoors, what's up? What's going on? Private place or anything? No pressure. You know, no, because we saw a trailer.
Yeah, no, it's definitely in the works, and they're still kind of trying to work out the kinks. Unfortunately, just the way with the way the world is at the moment, it's most likely going to be online. But essentially, as far as the details go, like I don't.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. Like, you're free to your opinion as well. He said most likely might. So it's like, hey, it's his opinion. You know, he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
I think honestly, like, no matter what Manny's saying as well, I think their team doesn't even know what they're doing yet. I think they're just waiting out this situation, right, before they can even plan. It's actually really tough. Like, think about planning something right now. How do you even plan anything right now with everything going on, right?
The whole community could sympathize with what's going on with around the world and how you guys are also trying to make SWC work.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like we're working on doing more online events as well. Is that something that's kind of in the plans? Again, like it's just very difficult to try to work around this situation and how we can make it enjoyable for everyone, right? And how we can reach out to the people and invite people. So that it's definitely challenging, but just so glad to be working with a passionate team that's just like, you know, like we're experimenting with all angles, we're checking out different avenues, and we're just trying to see what works best for the community and ultimately what would be better for everybody.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being on call with us. It's really nice for us to hear a voice of one of the Com2uS employees, you know, and hope like next Tuesday maybe you could jump on, or maybe not, but glad you're here just to talk to us a little bit about you, you know? Hello?
Did you hear?
Yeah. We just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no worries, man. Anytime.
Okay, cool. I will hit you back up.
Good talking to you guys.
All right, thank you.
Good.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Sick. I got another special guest here. It's me and my mom. My mom wants to talk to us about, you know, playing games because playing games.
No, I don't know, man. It's just like the Com2uS employee could have came on, so I just thought it would be kind of cool if we all could get to listen to him.
No, that's cool though. That's
I'm here
cool.
every week, so yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been talking to Manny too. He's trying to like reach out and talk to like more of like the creators and like some of the content creators and whatnot for the community, which is cool. That's really, really cool. Right, they got a great team. Like I said, Com2uS is always trying to do more, and that's just the U.S. office. So keep in mind, there's U.S., there's EU, and then of course all of that they relay everything to Korea. That's the way I think it works. Right, no matter what happens, they get information and they shove it all to Korea, and then Korea is the one that makes all the decision. But obviously, I don't have any connections with anybody in Korea, so. Yeah,
but it also shows that
that's
like
cool.
Whatever we say, they process it, you know, they listen and they try to see like what they can do and what they cannot do too.
I mean,
you know?
a lot of things have changed. I think this podcast that we've been doing like for how long now? We've been like almost 2 years. We're at the end of this year, close to December. We're a year and a half right now. Right, a year and a half of like podcast, and well, a lot of the suggestions we've gave actually happened. Right, we talked about favoriting monsters and RTA and stuff like that. Like these actually came out. It's whether or not they plan to do that. Hearing us and kind of pushing it forward has really given them us the opportunity to get these changes. I think is awesome. So hopefully,
I know it's random that like we got him on like my phone just to talk a little bit, but
no, that's cool.
I don't know. Maybe next time we can have someone on the video. We could just like talk to him, question answer type of stuff. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's the first step. We're trying here.
The 2 times that we've had Com2uS employees on the podcast was Shizhu, because Shizu's works for Com2uS, and then we have Mards that also joined us before too. So in the future we can get some more people from Com2uS on, right? Obviously they cannot give us any details on anything, but it's cool to have them here, right? Just to kind of talk and whatnot and see.
Yeah, you also don't want to be the dick that like pressures them into saying everything too, So yeah.
Exactly.
I kind of want to give Com2uS some heat though, because since we're talking about like buff nerf discussion,
right?
Yeah.
I feel like how many months are we since the last balance patch now?
I think 4.
Because I feel like it's really, really bad for them, because like every single day now, people are like bleeding so much interest, and like all the expectations grow so much. Like if they don't deliver with this patch, because now with like all the podcasts, we've been talking about like same buffs and nerfs every time, and I don't feel like we could add like anything new today. So they really need to deliver, and I feel like if I didn't stream, I wouldn't have that much interest right now with like nothing changing.
I agree.
So it's kind of.
Can you imagine people that don't watch Twitch or YouTube too much, and maybe they're just playing? They're probably losing interest without balance patches. I've noticed that other games actually have balance patches a little bit more often. Some have a lot, right? Like every other week or every week, right? And some have like every couple months. But I feel like, what is your opinion on it? There's definitely differences, right, on having a lot of balance patches and once in a while, and like we're having now, like once in half a moon. I don't know, right? What do you feel? How often do you think they should be?
One of my best friends that love this game more than I do is losing interest of this game. Patrick, he's starting to lose interest of this game, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm a big advocate for the game. I always support the game in every avenue of the game, literally, like, both financially, emotionally, and I talked to Chad about it too, and I like, it's just getting, like, you don't believe it, IslandGrown, but my account is cursed, like ridiculous.
No, I always say your account is cursed,
and it's like, it's just getting so crazy lately, bro, that I'm even losing like patience and losing focus for it. Like, it's getting rough. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? When it's just the same thing over and over again. It's literally, I'm literally stuck at 1800 rating. You know what I'm saying? I've never finished below G2, and I'm stuck at 1800 rating because I just cannot progress. Like, I just rerouted my entire account yesterday with Thompson, and literally, like, I run everything on Violent now, and I still can't keep up with the procs. I can't win a game. Like, it's incredible. Like, it's really bad. You know what I mean? Like, my runes are consolidated. I'm not spread across 30 monsters. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot win a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable. And then of course, the re-app part of it, the runes part of it, and the summoning part of it is just, it's getting to me. I'll be honest with you. It's really getting to me,
Maybe
I'm getting really frustrated, like, with the game.
I don't mean, I'll be kind of straightforward as well. Maybe time to try some different strats as well too. Maybe in picking bannings and stuff like that.
I did. Like, I never used Fran and Vela, and I spent the whole night the other night using Fran and Vela. Everybody wants to complain and say, oh, why? Because you lose because you don't pick immunity. Okay, so I run immunity every game. Same shit.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Listen, every monster is good when it works. You understand?
Right.
Like, Fran is a god when it procs. Alusha's a god when it procs. Vela's a god when your whole team is sleeping and he has one turn till skill 3 and he procs into skill 3. Vela's a god. When you don't proc, they're just ordinary units.
Right.
That's the name of the game,
I mean, everybody runs into it as well, right? So,
right. Nothing's OP if it doesn't work, you know what I mean? But I know, like I said, if it's once in a while, once or twice, like, I don't care. I don't care if I lose. Listen, it doesn't matter this game.
Mm-hmm.
I play for fun, I play for community. But when it's every night, I stream every other day, and the same thing happens. Ask my viewers, like, they like, how do you even still queue? They ask me, like, how could you manage to queue? How do you manage to play without going crazy? How don't you break your phones? Like, how many phones do you break a month? Like, I don't break phones. You know what I'm saying? I try and stay as positive as I can, but like I said, just lately, it's getting real bad. I'll be honest, it's getting real bad.
I got you. It definitely is tough. The players as well are not making it any easier. A lot of them are a lot smarter now, man. Like, season to season, like, strategies and stuff, everybody's so smart now, dude. You can't just like cheese them and have an easy, sweep, right? It's like everybody's a genius now, especially in that range. Even C3, right? The levels have definitely improved, right? Even when I do my placements now, right? You do placements like, oh, it's fighters, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, like, some of these drafts are like not bad. Obviously, rune quality still makes it through against them oftentimes, right? Even though they do some like weird drafts, but they have interesting drafts that are pretty good. This is not what I remembered Fighter. Fighter was like, I can pick anything and just auto, you know what I mean? It's not like that anymore.
That brings up a crazy point too. Is like I queue into like C2s, right? Where the rune quality, like my runes aren't good, but compared to C2, my runes are insane. You know what I mean? And you can see the quality difference, but I'll still manage to lose the game because the procs are like 7-0. But even with like 7 procs, it takes him like 14 turns to kill one of my units. You know what I'm saying? But he still eventually kills one because he's just getting that many more turns.
Do you think the tilt sometimes gets to you as well? Doesn't let you make as best of decisions?
I tilt on average 2-3 games a night.
Right, but it definitely like sways your
like oh, you need slot 6 accuracy, so I'll pick everything's on slot 6 accuracy. Well, it's on any resist, I'll pick everything that's on fucking resist with resist lead. You know what I mean? But those are the 3 games I give away every night, but that doesn't explain the other 27, you know?
But like think about this, right? If we take anybody's account, Silent, Obabo, Ken Baller, Thompson, or even your account right here, we put in the middle, and let's just say somehow we could get everybody, Making a Bud, Fate Mem, everybody to sit around, 20 people playing one account. Do you think that account, if it was done every day 30 wings, would be G3? It would, right? It would. Yeah. So there is a way. There's a chance. There's a way. You just have to figure it out, dude. You just have to figure it out.
And Gianna, though?
Yeah. You should have. There's a way to figure it out. Yeah, that's the thing.
Everybody's played my account, even Ken Baller. Yeah, tell me what you think about my account.
Yeah, but I have seen your account. It's pretty stupid. Yeah.
Ken Baller, you would say, is a pretty smart player, right? Ken Baller is a pretty smart player. He's ranked 20 right now in the world. What do you think of my account?
I just wasn't used to your account.
Yeah, okay. That takes some getting used to. Wait, I know why. No, I know why. Because I know. I already know why. No. This is what you do. If you take your best runes and put it on your best units, I think you'll do good. Yes, that's why. Now we know, dude. Why are we even arguing about this? We already know now. There you go. That's what it was.
Next stream it'll be all better, bro. Next stream it'll be all better.
Exactly. We're good. I remember that tip of advice. That was actually 5-hit, to be honest.
So. But back to the original question for a second. I think it's an important one. Yes. I think that they're kind of screwed right now because they don't want to drop like a major balance patch with SWC coming up, but at the same time they've waited too long. So, I mean, my opinion is like they do need to do more frequent, smaller adjustment patches and get into that kind of like rhythm because like when they do that, they can keep the game feeling more fresh. They can also fix some of these issues that are like really crazy. And it avoids the situation where, like, I don't know, maybe this is just like me reading into it too much, but I kind of felt like Beast Riders, they felt like, okay, you know, we're going to try to solve some of the problems that exist in the game by releasing some just really power crept, like just OP units. And I mean, it's a cash grab too, but at the same time, it's really pushing the game in terms of what people's standards are for something good. And so now people are like, oh, Beast Riders, you know, I'm just going to draft 3 Beast Riders. What's next? You know, like if they don't balance the game properly, what's next? You know, you got to top Beast Riders.
We're next and they suck. I mean, they're not that good.
Yeah, dude, the Art Masters. I got the win one.
Yeah, I do agree with what Silent said completely. I hope they come out with more balanced patches frequently, smaller ones, you know.
You have to understand too, one of the major reasons why the Art Masters are underwhelming too is because like they went through a long stretch of releasing monsters with retarded base speeds, right? And now these things have like slower than normal base speeds. So like that makes them underwhelming alone. Like just that alone already makes them a little bit underwhelming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, would you rather have like a 280 this or a 250 this? You know what I mean? That's what it makes you choose between. Yeah. With the same root set. You know what I mean? So it's like just that alone makes it pretty underwhelming.
What were you saying, Ken, about the Win Art Master?
Sorry,
you
Ken.
just got one?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying I don't think the Art Masters are that good compared to the Beast Riders.
The only one is maybe Dark, right? But I don't know how many people have that yet that are in high level. But Dark seems like has a chance. It seems
the Fire one's a little quirky. Dark seems good, but that's really it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, don't double mon the Win one.
I told you already that the win was not good.
I was talking to Thompson about it, dude. He tickles people's balls. That's what he does.
He resets them. Though. You know what I'm saying?
What? I had a private conversation with Ken Baller, and Ken Baller's like, it's kind of good into Gani Hathor. I'm like, I kind of told him like, you know, just between friends, like fuck your Gani Hathor, it's still better. And then he didn't listen to me, and he brought it into, you know, Mo Long, Gani Hathor's plenty of times, and I saw him lose a lot of games just skill 2 alone, because like skill 2 doesn't do anything, and then skill 3 is awesome, but then like after that you have to wait 4 turns and you do like 3 turns of nothing. That's insane. Wow.
Yeah, well, in my head I was
in
using
your
against
head.
like Molong and Tyrannus, you know, strip
Yeah.
and then reset, right?
Yeah, but they
That
got
sounds
it
pretty
back. They
good.
got a full turn back. They got their whole skills back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that good.
Yeah, no
Not
good.
that-
I would really
Like what
like to see.
Patrick said. Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Patrick said like in most cases, like Zyros is better than Zyros is just better than the Wind Art Master, right?
Just
Because-
base that diff. That's it. But in terms of like actual S3, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Full reset, man, guaranteed. That's it's just way better. But going back to the topic on the balance badges, I would like to see more. Honestly, like they gotta do something more consistent, man. Like even like month to month, even though that sounds like a lot, do you think that's a lot? It doesn't feel like that'd be a lot, man. Because like I feel like a lot of the games that I've been playing now, a lot of mobile games I play now, they do like week to week or every other week, man. So month to month really wouldn't be too bad. Even every other month wouldn't be that bad. But right now we're getting like maybe once every 4 months. Like that's so slow, man. Like 4 months is a long time.
I mean, as much as people complain that the balance patches are spread out like that, if they were too frequent, people will complain again too. You know, like you always complain on what you don't have. You always complain on what you don't get.
But it
you
keeps
know, like
interest.
Patrick, I think about it this way: if they're constantly coming out with like such great ideas for new packs, they should at least come out with great ideas for buff patches, right? More frequently. Like every time they come out with great ideas. Like this time, this pack has like 5 reap stones. Oh my god, I want to buy it. But then like, why can't they come up with good ideas for updates?
Well,
right?
the biggest thing with balance patching is that every one thing affects something else. You know, it's all cause and effect and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand it's hard, and I understand 4 months is too long. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not saying it shouldn't be more frequent, but it can't be too frequent. Is what I'm saying.
I get that like balancing is like tough, right? Like, so I don't want to like discount the effort that they put in. I'm sure it's not an easy job. I probably couldn't do it, but like you guys had talked about like a pretty interesting idea before, which is like using Special League as a way to test stuff.
Yeah.
Like if they had like an interesting new effect, or they wanted to adjust the rates on like Violent or something like that, like why not test that in Special League? And it's a temporary thing. Everyone kind of knows what they're getting into, and then you can get like the community to actually run that stuff and see what happens.
Yeah.
I also think real quick. I also think that it's even okay if the balance patch is once every 4 months, but it's got to be like more impactful. Then you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna take 4 months to put one out, like make one that's more.
But isn't that more scary? Because if they make a mistake or they do something that's like kind of too big or whatnot, they have to
always repair a mistake if there's a little mistake. But like,
okay.
if you're gonna take 4 months to put one out, like it can't be for like sylphs or something. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be something useful, like beast hunters. Like forget about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like attack the stuff, like target the stuff that's causing the problems. Like pick the stuff people actually use. You know
Also,
what I mean?
That's like nothing makes more money for them than like balance patches, right? Because like, well, Babo just said, a lot of people are losing interest of the game because of not having any balance patches, and for them to being able to refresh the game, they could. When the game's more fun, obviously more people will play. When more people play, they tangibly will make more money, right? So yeah,
right. I think like some people are talking in the chat here. I mean, I think if they made it consistent, where we could expect it before every new season, that'd be big.
I like that.
Because the meta can change in that season, and then it might be fun again. And then I'll know that, hey, let's just say they buff and nerf stuff, right? And then this meta became kind of like super bruisery, okay? Maybe a double immunity came back or whatnot, right? I'd be like, oh, it's kind of boring, but at least I know, hey, next season there's gonna be another balance patch, right? Just before it's gonna change again, right? So I think every season exactly would be very nice.
I also wanted to say this because IslandGrown's been advocating about this a lot, like. Not like nerfing a unit, but buffing other units in a way where like I really didn't like how they kind of came out with like twin skin, and then all of a sudden they nerfed the twins, or like they made the twins and then nerfed the twins, or they like buffed Leica and then nerfed Leica. It's just like people just like summon or Devilmon, and then all of a sudden the unit's nerfed, right? So like imagine how many people will kind of quit if like, oh, Patrick, he summoned all 3 Beast Riders. He's struggling between like G2 and G3, and all of a sudden they nerf Beast Riders. Patrick was just like, fuck this game. It's like retarded, I just summoned all the Beast Riders, and now like they nerf the Beast Riders, So I don't know. Like I don't really like it if they really nerf too hard.
So you're more advocating of
same as you, yeah.
I agree. Yeah, if they balance more things or make units that are not as viable, more viable, that can, poke into the meta and change it up, right? Making a unit bad by having another unit there that potentially, can bring a different strat is nice, right? Like the same way how like Beast Riders came up, but I mean, Beast Riders are obviously very strong, right? New strats, new things that people can use and play with, I think are great. But yeah, that's true.
Okay,
if they have balance patches that nerf things, people would feel really bad, right? They invested resources in Devilmons and it got nerfed. So yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
I actually don't think so if they have like balance patch at this rate. Because if they're gonna go with like buffing, even though I think that could work, if they don't have like balance patches every month, it's just gonna create an even bigger problem where like a lot more units get like useless just because other monsters get like. Yeah, I think you have to nerf to make the overall monster pool more even.
So
when you have
I agree.
this low.
No, but I agree. But imagine like they just made Savannah and you pulled a Savannah, all of a sudden they nerfed a Savannah. It feels really bad, like selfishly it feels really bad.
Yeah, but then it feels really good to the guy that didn't get Savannah.
Yeah,
I know, but
like,
the guy that didn't pull Savannah didn't lose out on anything, the guy that pulled Savannah actually spent money, summoned a lot and got all 3 Beast Riders like you, and then they nerfed the Beast Riders. It hurts the people that pay to play, right?
Yeah, there definitely needs to be a balance. I mean, some nerfs would be nice, right? Especially on things that need to be addressed and changed, would be good. So, I mean, that's why it's called a balance patch, right? Things need to be balanced. So hopefully that they take into account and they can figure something out, because I think that's definitely a big thing that we've been talking about how long now is these balance patches. So I really would like to see some things change. It would make it a lot more fun. And going back, Silent, right, saying, Special League, we've always advocated, that's a great place, man. Throw all your doo-doo in there, throw all your test stuff in there, and let's see how it goes. That's where you want to test everything. And don't be scared to test something crazy, right? Because if you test something crazy, nobody cares, right? If anything, it'll be kind of fun. Even if people abuse it and it's super broken, it's only Special League, whatever, right? There's already a very small portion of the community already playing that. So it's, just your testing fields. I think that's a really nice thing for them to do. What I would like to say is that in the future, I'm going to actually see if Com2uS might be down with it, right? It might take a while to approve, but they did some videos like Q&A, answering questions from the general public, right? At some of their events that they did in the past. What would be cool is maybe we can get approved or something where we would be able to have 5 questions that we could come up with people here from the community that we have here on Twitch, from podcasts and whatnot. Ask it to them and have them release some kind of video answering those questions back to us, right? Like, you ever wondered, hey, why are balance patches the way they are, right? And they'll be like, oh, this is why it, whether it's a good answer or a bad answer, at least we can hear what they think about, having such a long gap between balance patches, or, this and that, why they've never, I mean, they've already answered it, but the crit animations going away and de-essencing, right? Highs to mids. They said they're not going to do that. They actually answered that before as well. But more answers like that, bringing clarity, would be awesome for the community. I really like to see that actually a lot more often.
Are we going to get more grind?
That'd be pretty cool, and I agree with that. However, the questions that we would ask would be the ones you can't get answers to. That's what I feel like.
Well, I mean, we can ask good questions then, right? We can be reasonable on what we ask, right? We can ask 10, they answer 5, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, to a certain extent, right? Obviously, we have to know that we got to be reasonable with the questions we ask, right?
The five best questions would be the 5 with no answers,
I mean, it's the same like when you ask questions as, the paparazzi asking the celebrities questions, right? You ask them dumb questions, not going to answer you. You ask them reasonable questions, they answer you, right? They can't say and answer some questions. That's just how it is. Yeah, we know that. Okay, any last words that you guys want to put in here? Anything last things on your mind that you didn't get to talk about here today? No? Well, okay. What about you, Bubble?
No, I mean, I was gonna talk a little bit more about that with the patches.
Go ahead.
Because there is a point with that with nerfing as well, because since it is a pay-to-win game, that is. But I feel like if they do make them more frequent, they could also address things better. Like if they over-nerf a unit that's new, they could address it faster to make everyone feel happy. So, but yeah.
And real quick, back to Thompson's point, while we're on that topic, you never get that feeling for example, right? He says, oh, if you pull something and they nerf it, you feel bad, right? But you don't get that feeling if you don't have something and somebody has something and they nerf it, you don't feel a little good?
I do, but
for example, you struggle against Ragdoll, right? And Ragdoll gets a nerf. You aren't a little bit happy?
Yeah, I am. But the thing is, I would also be happy if Hathor and Beastars got nerfed, even though I have Beast Rider and Hathor.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, I agree that things that are overpowered should be brought back down to reality. I don't think anything should be nerfed to the ground. Like I don't think anything in the game should be completely unusable. I don't think that's the case. I think everything should be usable, but I don't think that everything has to get nerfed to the point where it's toasted. You know what I mean? Like Ragdoll took on some pretty heavy nerfs, but it's not toasted. It's still severely, probably still the strongest one. You know what I mean? It works with every comp, allows you to be a turn 2 player, eliminates the fact that you don't have quad runes. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like nerfs are fine. I have no problem with nerfs, but they have to be reasonable nerfs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't be like, oh, Verd's good, just destroy him. Gianna's good, just destroy her. Like you can't do that. You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the same reason why we're having, difficulties figuring out balance patch stuff here is probably the same difficulties they have as well. But I mean, Com2uS says that they don't like to, their mentality is they don't like to give something and take it away. It just doesn't feel good, right? But maybe it's time they break that mentality. Right? I've seen many games in the past that have, over nerf something and give it back, and then in the balance patch they say, hey, we felt that we took away a little bit too much from them, so we're giving some back. Same with like if you buff them, we gave a little bit, we nerfed it too much, we want to give back, or we gave it too much and we want to take some back.
And
right?
I think that's a big part of it too, Brian. Like I think the fact that if you explain why you did what you did too,
right,
it makes it less painful for the person receiving it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this because, we're doing this because, you know what I mean? Like, instead of just like, oh, you wake up tomorrow morning and your unit's useless. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? I was so happy before I went to sleep,
Right. Like they do it in League, they do it in TFT, where they balance it up and down. You know what I mean? All the time. There's no problem. So maybe the mentality of feeling bad that you take something away, like somebody has the ragdoll and you gut it, right? Or somebody has this unit, like a Thor, and you gut it. I mean, maybe it's time that doesn't feel that bad. Right, that's what's needed. Right, balance is what needs to be found in the game. So,
Com2uS, I feel like they've already broken the mentality. It's just that they're not like doing it as often. Because I feel like the best balance patches has been the one where they've actually nerfed things. Like when they nerfed Molong, like nerfed Yanni, Hathor, everything. Like everything felt fresh for a long time.
Those were
like,
pretty good.
Yeah, and like a nerf, all that. There's a lot of nerfs that has been, and I feel like last patch with the Alexander buff,
for no reason.
Artemil's still good, bro. Nobody even remembers the nerf to Artemil.
I mean,
okay? Relax.
Arda was nerfed for no reason, but it was also buffed even harder for no reason in the beginning. So
but they made it up to Thompson by buffing his Laura. So
yeah, I think they're just scarred because like they nerfed the twins and they got some big backlash. So I think they're scarred from that. But that's so different from these other ones. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there will always be some resentment to any nerfs, right? That happens. Like they nerfed Yanni and whatnot twice, right? They nerfing the Artemil. There will be some resentment, but I think the way that they were doing it before with those balance patches, buffs and nerfs were good. It was great, and we saw a lot of changes, right? Like,
that's why I said impactful units need buff nerfs. Not like the ones nobody uses. You know what I mean? Like, don't make me read like 10 extra columns of monsters I don't remember exist.
Right. Like Molong was super strong in meta. They nerfed it. Now he's not as good, but people still use it. Right. Same with like Ganny. Right. They nerfed him away. He doesn't strip now. So what do? People root him different. Right. Ganny doesn't go before Hathor as often anymore. Now Hathor's first. Right. It changes the way people rune and people in the meta of RTA, which I thought was awesome before. We didn't appreciate it as much until now, I guess. Right.
We're all a victim of this. I hate it. Oh, sorry, Silent. You go first.
He said it's better for the longevity.
No, sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think you're exactly right. Like, it's better for the longevity of the game because it hurts like a little bit in the beginning, but then people adapt, and then when they adapt, overall as a like entire player base, like the game feels better. So, like, I would rather like win a meaningful game than lose to some really crazy OP unit over and over, and feel like that's just the way it is.
I'll tell you what hurts the most when you have an LDNF5 like Han or the Bay, and in the patch they buffed Han, and in the patch they buffed the Bay, and you're like, oh my god, it's the monster still sucks. You're still never going to use it, but they buffed it, and now they're never going to buff it again. That feels the worst.
Yep.
So
Rip Grogan users.
Yeah. I'm on that wagon with like Laura as well, and Patrick's on this wagon. I think they try to buff Jara, but it's just
twice,
like still bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's better than he was before, I guess, but it doesn't.
I guess, yeah, exactly. Because you would say that. I guess it might be better from before, but it's still unusable, and there's no point.
But you have to remember, not every unit is. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What do you guys think? Like, they'll probably never do this, but what do you guys think if like you could trade any 5 LD Nat 5s for one of your selection?
Here's the problem.
All right.
You got to get
Who
5
has
first.
5?
You're gonna get 5.
Who has 5?
I mean,
That's
pick a
problem.
number, you know, like.
Pick a
But like
number.
my point is like.
I think there should
What
be,
a whale!
there should
What a
be-
whale!
There should be a scroll that costs more money that gets you guaranteed non-dupe. I would pay a lot of money for a Nat 5 LD scroll. I pay a lot for one. A lot. I pay for one. But I think more realistic, I think that they should have a scroll that gives you a guaranteed non-dupe, though.
You see, the
Because a
problem,
lot of people end up quitting because they keep getting duped. They get mad, you know, like it happens.
the problem is though, unless Com2uS ever decides to sell a pack over 99 USD, now the conversion is gonna be different where you live. Unless they decide to sell a pack over 99 USD, that's hard because those things that are asked for, like LD Legendary, LD Transcendent, which I don't think will happen, a scroll with non-dupe, those have crazy value above that 99. Even a Transcendent is already 4 times value. Yeah, with just the Transcendent, not even the crystals. 4 times value, right? So, I mean, how much value you want, right? Because that's good and bad, right? It's good for us as a player. I would love that scroll.
5,000 for non-dupe.
You pay what?
5,000 for non-dupe.
Okay, all right.
I'd pay over 10,000 for an LD Nat 5.
All right, we're talking about the point.
What about that? What about a thing where it's like a counter? Like after a certain amount of summons,
want a pity.
that should definitely be in the
You know?
game.
You want a pity, huh? Okay, let's do a topic on pity then.
The gotcha limiter.
All right, let's talk about that for a second then. Yeah, pity and Summoner's War. Can talk about that real quick. What do you think? Right, this is something that's been talked about a little bit already, but
they owe me 12.
what if they had a pity and Summoner's War? Right now, other games like E7 and whatnot, they already have it. There's good and there's bad. There's good, you feel good because you can get units that you want that other people have, right? You want a Barbara, you can get one. You feel bad though because now you can never go back, and the reason now that you want those units is because it's so hard to get. Does that psychologically or make sense? Because if there is a pity and you can get anything you want, you would not want it as much as you want it now, and that changes the dynamic of the game. Keep it in mind. Though I would like pity. I'd like to get shit. I'd like to get a fucking Wolong that doesn't take 3 years to get. Yeah.
Oh.
But just keep that in mind.
I don't think that should be a specific
but after
unit.
that thing is still random.
It
Though,
should just be a random. Yeah, like you should still get like
yeah, like you don't
guaranteed
get
Nat
that
5.
specific unit.
Yeah, if the rate's 1 in 200, every 200, if you don't get one, you should get one. And same thing goes for LDs, whatever, 1 in 300, whatever it is, you should get one. You know what I mean? Because it's literally ridiculous, and I feel like certain regions that play this game have that law already. Okay, and that explains why those regions have excessive amount of LDs and not all Chinese fucking princes and kings. Okay, like I feel there's assistance.
That's funny.
Because I don't think I'm not a prince, I'm not a king. Okay, but I put a pretty good amount of fucking peanuts into this game, since I put peanuts in the chat, and I haven't gotten a lot of results. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think these guys are putting that much more in than I am, but they have like 17 LDs to my 5.
Well, you have to remember why, because it's your luck,
like,
man.
it's ridiculous.
Like, it's your luck. I mean, I've seen. Okay, let's just say this. You've seen bad luck, right?
But especially for me.
Right, but you've seen bad luck in your account, right? You cannot say that I haven't seen the opposite end of the spectrum with the same probability on the higher end.
Yeah, I agree. Right? There's blessed
so
accounts,
it happens both ways.
100%.
Right? But so, yeah, I don't know, man. But I kind of like the idea, right? When people spend and they get 200 scrolls, it's nice if they get an Nat 5, right? I hate the feeling of not getting an Nat 5. Like, you just get nothing. You just actually get nothing, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I watch your stream a lot, you know? Yeah. There's guys like, even right here in the podcast, like Ken Baller, you know? Yes, he spends. I agree, you know, whatever. I think he has what? You have like 6 LD Nat 5s, right? Ken?
Give or
5,
take.
6, 7, 8, something like that.
5.
He has way more than 5 for sure. He has more than 5, that I know for sure. But the point is like, I don't think he's even gotten a fucking fraction of what I put into towards LDs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
and I have 2. But that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not saying he's free to play. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anybody doesn't deserve something. I'm trying to explain that, like, after you put in so much, you deserve something. And like I said, I'm not saying I need a Pater or a Gianna or a Ragdoll, but you still owe me fucking 10, 12 shit ones at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 10 or 12 LD Nat 5s behind the curve.
See I mean, I don't mean to argue. I mean, just to go kind of opposite of what you're saying, but they don't owe you because it's probability, man. You're playing the slot, you know? Like you go to
Well, that's
Vegas
what I'm
and you
saying.
lose
No, and I agree.
50K, they
And
don't
I
owe you
agree.
anything, right?
Right, and I agree, but that's
Right.
something about the pity system thing matters.
Right,
what
right,
I'm trying
okay,
to say, you know?
Make you feel a little better, right? At least if you're
Right.
not getting it, you're feeling a little better. That
Like I said, you
So
know
what
me
the-
for a long time. You know, like you summoned hundreds of LD scrolls for me. Like I'm not
Yep.
one to complain. I don't even get upset when at 117 I get nothing. I had 119 LD scrolls. I let everybody in the crowd in New York summon for me. Okay, I don't care. The money part also does not matter to me. The part that matters to me, I just feel like it's getting stagnant. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like surprise me one day. You know what I mean? Like, let me play the game today, and it's not like the last fucking 1,000 days I played the game. Surprise me with something. Give me an extra violent proc, you know? Let me beat somebody in RTA. You know what I mean? Like, surprise me. Don't give me the same thing every night I play. I don't mind putting more money in if I have to. Give me something to be excited about, is my point. You know what I mean?
Do you think that they haven't done pities in Summon Azor because the game's just been out for so long and that they just don't want to devalue from people that already have spent, right? Because you have to agree that people that have spent, like, let's say you spent 50,000 on LD scrolls, right? Wouldn't you feel bad if now like these guys are like, damn, I only have to spend 4K and I got like double, or I have double the chances, right?
Right, because
guaranteed.
like for example, like me, right? I bought a bunch of those shit packs we talked about in the beginning, right?
Right.
I don't feel bad that I bought those shit packs and now new guys get good packs.
Yeah, but the rates
I don't
didn't
care about
change
that.
and there's no pity. So the system is the same, right? The price of the packs is the difference. So that it's a little bit different, right? I'm just talking about both sides. I don't you know, I've had mixed opinions.
I know.
I've changed sides so many times. I'm like, yeah, pity would be nice. I hate seeing people not getting an ad 5. It sucks. I feel so stupid, right? Then on the other side, I'm like, damn, but would that kill the game in the long term? I don't want that. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't want that. So it's, I don't know. I'm curious if Com2uS has thought of it. I mean, I'm sure they've thought of pity
in certain regions already, though, in the game, because I know certain countries have gacha laws. You know what I mean?
Right, but we don't know for sure, right? And if that's
we don't know for sure,
but
I'm pretty positive.
But if that's the same, that means that every other game out there should have talked about this or experienced it. There should be no gacha in whatever region that has laws on it that has that then, and that would be something that we would hear front news like Reddit page instantly. But we don't. So I don't know if that's true. Maybe the laws don't exactly apply to it. I would like to know that though, but I'm not sure if they will tell us, right? I do know the Japan server is different though, for sure. But I don't know about like China server and whatnot. So
because like I said,
So
those people have a lot of LDs, bro.
yeah.
Like, is it so? Why? Because is it more about like just something new? Like, are you just looking for anything? You don't care like if it's good, bad,
You just
whatever.
feel
Yeah,
good.
it's just
That's
something.
what I'm asking. It's like,
yeah, it's like okay. So
I'll tell you what,
I know
Patrick,
you. I know you do a
before
certain
we
amount of
respond to him, I'll
LDs.
tell you what. Silent is baffled by the fact that you don't care if it's a good LD Nat 5 or a bad LD Nat 5. You just want an LD Nat 5. Silent is still shocked right now. Same with Obama, I think.
Silent, I'm not going to disclose how many he summons, but he summons a solid amount of LDs every month. Okay, but at least like he doesn't get anything good, but he gets something every so often, right? I just get nothing, and it's the nothing to the point that I'm missing. Like I'm still missing like probably what 8 to 10 LD4s. Right? I have no twins, right? I have no Faye, I have no Hot Damn, I have no Amarna. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just everything is just awful. Like, just like surprise me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what it's not what I think I deserve. It's just like it's just getting stale. You know what I mean? My point is it's getting stale.
The game is so funny. I got like every LD Nat 4 except for Molly. What the fuck?
You have one IRL, sir.
Like, what the heck is this, man?
You'd have one IRL.
I'm telling you, man. It's so random, man. Yeah, I guess I feel like good. I just want it.
Go ahead, Silent.
I just think that like maybe like we have to dissect like the motives behind why people want LDs. Like I think there's one group that like wants it for the utility that it provides in the game, and then there's another group that's looking for like just the new factor because it has a unique combination of skills or whatever, right? So like for me, I'm a utility person.
Right.
Like I want I'm chasing LDs because I want a Gianna, I want a Yonghong or whatever. So I don't care how many I pull. Like all the ones I have like 7 right now, and they're all garbage. Well, relatively garbage. So for me, my perspective, I think they need to do a better job of like narrowing the power balance between LDs. So when you do
I agree
get
with
one,
that.
it feels good.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, like for sure.
Right.
Like if I summoned as
I
many
mean,
as you had,
I'm looking at it.
probably be.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm looking at it from a utility thing too. You know, obviously, I want to get a good one. It's part of why I still do it. Like, I'm not doing it to get a bad one. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying I deserve a good one, but I deserve something. You know what I mean? Like, if it has to be the bad ones, it still should be the bad ones. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not summoning. Like, I'm not going, oh yeah, please give me Gilnir. You know what I mean? Like, please give me Grogan. You know, I'm hoping to get something good when I do it.
No, I
But
see
like,
where Patrick's
but
coming
like-
from because
But
like,
to get nothing feels worse than to get Gilnir. You
Does
understand
feel
what I'm
bad.
saying?
and not that I see where Patrick's coming from, but like I want Molly not for the utility, just because like saying, "Yay, I got Molly," you know. Same with Patrick, like he wants an LD Nat 5, not for the utility, just because like I got an LD Nat 5 finally, you know.
I put so much
I get
into
that,
it. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I get
if
what
I
you
didn't put a
mean,
lot of effort
That's
into it,
why like
if I was a regular event and TOA guy doing my 2 or 3, 4 LD scrolls a month, I don't care if I don't get nothing. I literally wouldn't care. I wouldn't be one of those like, oh, I've been playing for 5 years, haven't spent $1. Where's my LD Nat 5? No.
I do
I
have
have-
a theory.
Listen,
Okay,
even summoning. Let me explain something to you. Summoning takes effort. This is part of why it's so stale to me. It takes me time and effort to get the packs. It's time and effort to summon the shit. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with the actual financials of it. Like, I'm not butthurt that $1,000 a month. I'm like, oh no, LD that. Regardless of the money, I'm doing it. Every month I'm buying the rune packs, no quad speeds. I'm buying the re-apps, no quad speeds. I'm buying every rune pack for over 5 years, no quad speeds.
Okay,
Never missed the
Marcos.
re-app. You know what I'm saying? It's just over and over and over again. It's repetitive nonsense. I feel like it's just getting too stale. You know what I mean? It's
You
just
gotta
too
keep
stale.
the good vibes up, baby. That's if you on your last straw, your last line. What else you got to do? And to plug on those lucky socks. Yeah, and believe me with the good vibes. Okay, how about next month? Yeah, how about next month? It's coming up. Whenever you get the re-apps again, yeah, we do some packs for you. Yeah, we do a whole line session. Yeah, a pack of 1 month of your things. If you decide to do it again, right? We'll do it. And let's see how bad it is.
Sure.
Let me try.
Obama was
Yeah.
gonna say something.
Yeah,
Bubba.
I think it's also like even if you get a bad LND5, it still gives you like the illusion that you had a chance of getting a good one more, even though it really doesn't matter. It still feels better because you had a chance,
So what you're
even
saying
though you
is
didn't really have a chance.
what you're saying is
I feel like that's the
realistically,
case.
Com2uS is trying to if you get a bad one, it's trying to debate you so you buy more LDs. But because why? Cause right, he'll buy them anyways, even if he doesn't get anything. They don't give him anything. I see. It's making sense. Yeah, they know. They know.
That's part of. That's
They
part
know
of
you go buy it anyway, so they're like,
might as well
might as well just not
they
give
got so
anything.
comfortable that I'm just permanently going to be a
That
sucker.
is not true. That is
That
not
doesn't
true.
matter.
I'm
because
just kidding. I'm bro
I don't want to say
sciencing.
like that.
Oh
That
my
is not
God.
true because not.
Wait, I'm just
I know
being-
like Patrick is a whale, but I'm not saying that me and Silent both spend any less than Patrick. Or I just saying, you know. But Patrick just had bad luck. All right, just leave it like that. It's not
No, I
like
agree.
you spend less, you get more. It's not true.
Can you imagine how many people out there have had bad luck? Like, why? Cause there's got to be a decent
Patrick's
full
luck
match.
is
I
Like,
firmly
bad, man.
believe. We went over this on my stream. I firmly believe nobody has put as much into the game as me. That's gotten worse luck. There's less people
Yeah.
lesser than me, but they put a lot less in.
I
Yeah,
can kind
because-
of
Nobody has put as this much in and is
Right.
in a bad spot like me.
most people
I
would
have
have quit
one
already.
24 speed rune, bro. One. And I never missed a rune pack in 5 years. Nobody here can say that. Nobody in your 1,013 people in your stream right now can say that they've never missed a rune pack in over 5 years. Guarantee you, nobody can say that.
All right, let's do
You know what
some.
I'm
Let's do
saying?
some reaps and rune packs, sir.
This is also really
Simple as that.
there's also really like brotherly love, but like me and Patrick will R5 until we fall asleep. We'll just like talk on the phone and R5 till we fall asleep.
Wait, are
So
you
we
talking
fall
24
every
speed
time.
as in 24 base, right? Obviously not 24
Yeah,
with grinds.
24 base. Yeah,
Okay,
but that's
okay.
one max triple in my whole account.
He
After
also
6
farms a
years
lot.
of playing, bro. Like, that's sick. That's sick. Like, Thompson's like 20th set is faster than my best set.
I mean,
And there's no exaggeration there. It's not just Thompson. Look at Silent, Ken Ball. I guarantee everybody
I mean,
here has
my thing
way
is, like,
faster sets than I'm doing.
I haven't
Not
bought all the rune
Baller.
packs, but I've gotten some of the
Does that
packs.
mean-
I've gotten a far less. We're talking about runes. I've gotten
Peter, you're okay.
far less like rune packs from you, and I have just hit my first over 24 speed as well from the legendary crafting event. That was my first one.
You
And
want to
I'm
know what I
talking
got from
6
the
years.
legendary crafting event? 18 and 18.
Right, but I'm saying that it's not easy. It's not easy getting those. It's not easy.
I'm
getting those.
not saying it's easy,
Yeah.
but the fact that almost everybody has one, can I have one?
I don't know if everybody has one. I think majority of the population doesn't have over 24 as a base. Maybe on a maybe if they're lucky on the offset.
No, but I think
sorry,
Warka's point is that like anyone who spent near as much as he has has like at minimum like 20 quads. I think that's what he's saying.
And to snowball on Obabo, like he hasn't missed a rune pack or re-app pack. I'm even talking about the regular $100 rune pack that comes out every month too.
I put a lot in, guys. I don't make stories up. You know what I mean? Like everything I tell you, it's the facts. You know what I mean?
I'm on his account every day.
I don't tell stories for telling stories.
I mean,
I spend. You know what I mean?
I only can say one thing, and that thing is that it's all mindset, man. Like I'm a firm believer. Okay, call me stupid or really voodoo, but I'm a firm believer in positive vibes. Like I will always radiate, and what you believe and what you think radiates out. So if I'm gonna use you as an example, which is probably not fair to you, I will. Right? Because if you believe that you have a crappy account, you believe you're not going to get the luck. I feel like that happens. Like it's something that just perpetually radiates. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that from you. So, you know, put some positivity into it, man. I believe that it'll happen. Right? If you continue to spend,
I want to say this.
It's going to make it better.
I don't know if you guys should believe me, but I don't know if you guys believe me or not. Patrick's account has probably one of the best elemental Nat 5 rates. He was the first one out of all of us that got Masha. And now he has all of the beast riders.
I was the first one to invest all those crystals into
I know you should have better luck, but you do have really good elemental Nat 5 rates. It's true.
Right? Things are different. Things will happen different if you have that mentality. Right? You'll do things different. You'll summon at different times. You'll power up runes differently if you have that mindset. That's what I believe in. Right? So if you've seen the luck or things we hit, that's just why I believe in. Right? I believe things happen for a reason and whatnot. So just gotta. I hope you get some better luck, man. It's never fun, right? But it's a good thing to talk about it and bring it up because
stale. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not one to complain. I never complain. You know me for a long time. Like none of this bothers me, you know. But like lately, the fact that it's been repetitive is starting to be bothering me a little bit. You know, that's the only thing. Right. Like I've never been bothered by this kind of shit. You know.
Right.
But I still remember we're in Orlando, or even when we're in like Paris, and we're all summoning. You usually get the elemental Nat 5s first. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Me and Silent, and then we're summoning, and then you got the Masha. Everyone's like, "Oh, I got the Masha," and a few months later, you got all the Beast Riders, right? They're OP. Beast Riders are OP.
Yeah.
You got to remember though. You got to remember though why.
Free to play, I got them all too. Yeah.
You got to remember though why, because the amount of like bad luck or below average that you are right now, the chance that something happens that's exponential that would make you feel the way you feel not anymore, just wipe that away, is literally almost non-existent, right? Let's say like if you'd had normal luck and you got something great, you're gonna feel amazing. But you're so behind that you have to remember, unless something exponentially crazy, like you're talking 100 LDs Nat 5s in a row from 100 LD scrolls or something, you are always gonna feel this way, right? So, you know, I don't know what more to say than that.
I want to agree with the IslandGrown as well. Huh. Yeah. What's up, David?
Oh, go ahead, Sonic.
I agree. I think it's like perspective, man, because like someone calculate the chances of getting like specifically Yonghong. Like I would trade you all the LD Nat 5s I have. I'll give you 2 of my best Vio sets if I could have Yonghong. Like that is like the fact that you have that to me makes it like so worth it. So I don't know, like
right. No, I get what you're saying.
I like that.
You know,
it is different.
One thing I'm trying to get at is that for as much as I put in directly at those at those things, right? Like I put a lot into runes. I farm just as much as everybody else does. It's not that I only just buy the packs. I don't farm. I farm probably more than most people, then I put the packs in too, and I put the reapps in. I put every chance I could possibly get, and to have runes that aren't even close to yours is ridiculous.
But the thing is that your rune depth, right? But your rune depth is probably like 50 times of the average Joe, technically. So I mean, even though you're not getting fast speed runes, you're getting insane rune depth.
I have a ton more runes than people have, but they're just not good.
I want to say something to a rebuttal for IslandGrown. I did 50 of Patrick's reapps, and I was just chasing efficiency, and oh my god, it's like flat defense, flat attack, 10 speed, and like 5 HP. I'm like, whoa, what
Anybody that's played my account,
Give me some targets. Give me some targets.
Crazy.
Give me some targets. Let me slap
At
them.
least the 50.
Let's try.
At least the
I
50.
swear, this coming month, dude.
It was like,
even after making a bud, bro. I'm making a bud powered up runes for me. I met him in first time I met him in person, bro. He goes, bro, your account's toasted, bro. He told me straight up.
Yeah.
He's like the luckiest guy with runes, and he told me I have no chance. But like, I have to touch my account.
But like what I said and Silence said, like he
man.
would trade 5 of his LD Nat 5s, not Oberon, not Volantis.
I would too if I was in issues.
It's on the trading table.
I'm not complaining that my LD is not good. I'm complaining that I have a lack of them from what I put into them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice discussion today. I like this kind of. I actually like this topic. One of the most out of all the topics that we had today on today's podcast is this pity thing, right? Talking about this, I think some of you guys out there, some of you guys listening to YCuz talk about his experience and whatnot, you guys can definitely relate. Maybe it's not as on of a big scale, but this is something important, right? End of the day, this is a game. Com2uS. Right? People put in money, right? People want to play the game. People want to feel good. Now, I know there's some probabilities. Sometimes you can't always get what you want, but maybe there's ways that we could try to make people feel a little bit better. I don't know if a pity system would be good, but maybe let's bring this topic up and see if we can discuss it a little bit more, right? And see if there's, any potential ways to implement it or talk about the reasons why we shouldn't implement it, because I want to dive in more. I still don't know exactly how I feel because I've played a multitude of different games. I've seen it all. I've seen some very successful, some not with it. So yeah, we're going to talk about this this topic again for sure. But if you guys are watching on YouTube, leave your comments down below, right? Let's hear some of your stories, right? Let's hear some of your stories. How many of you guys out there? We got some whales out there from YouTube that maybe whale more than YCuz. There could be, right? Maybe there's an oil prince out there. We don't know. That's got some shit ass luck. Who knows? Leave your stories down below, leave your comments, and make sure you guys check out their streams. Gonna put the link to all their streams there, except for Silent until he decides to stream. But I will put it there. I will put his Twitch name in there. Yeah, for you guys to check him out, and hopefully he does stream in the future as well. But thank you guys for joining on the podcast today, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for having us.
out.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks.
See you.
Good
Thanks for
night.
having me, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Peace out, guys.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Everybody stay safe.